Okay, so here we go with the trailer that we got for episode 21. There's actually like 2 or 3 things that have come out. I'm going to be combining the scene that we have between Jerry and Carol with this like general teaser trailer. There's also another trailer that has a lot more footage in it, so I'll do that video tomorrow because I have to work on a Commonwealth video for tonight. We actually have a lot more scenes here for this episode, and it does really hint at what this episode is going to be about. And I can really see why people say that there's not really a point to this episode too much, but it does seem like it's not going to be as bad as what some early reviewers were saying. There's actually some parts of it that I think I'm actually going to like. So before we go any further, obviously this will contain spoilers for tonight's episode of The Walking Dead titled Splinter. And if you are new here and you want more Walking Dead content like this, just make sure to hit subscribe. As we finish this batch of 6 new episodes here, we're going to be going into Fear the Walking Dead. And I'm expecting within the next 2 to 3 weeks that we will be getting a lot more footage for the final season, teasers, a lot of updates on the Rick movie because that's supposed to be filming in the next month or two, like anytime now. Like Andrew Lincoln said spring, it's the spring now. I'm still thinking late April, early May, so in like another month. It'll be around there or something, so just expect a lot of updates now. Like a lot of stuff will be coming out over the next few months because AMC, they want to get things rolling again. Like I saw something came out a year ago, I think already, that Negan killed Alpha. Like we're basically in the same place. If you think about it, Negan killed Alpha about almost a year ago now. It was like early March or something that episode aired. Well, maybe like mid-March or something, early to mid-March. But we've only gotten, like, besides these 6 new episodes that we got finally, we only got 1 episode, which was just the finale. Like, I can't believe an entire year flew by. And we've got like no Walking Dead content, literally. I've basically just reviewed Fear the Walking Dead in the last year, besides these newer episodes. It's crazy. And so I'm really ready. I'm so ready. Like it felt like I just hit pause a year ago. As soon as the pandemic hit, and like the episodes were paused, and well, the finale went on a pause anyways. And we got no new updates for the final season. Everything just it just went silent. And I mean, I guess that was kind of the whole thing with the whole world. And I would say how the world is feeling right now is kind of how I'm feeling right now. Everyone just wants to get back to work and doing stuff again because there's going to be a lot of stuff to come. There's the Rick movie. The Walking Dead final season isn't airing in the fall. It's actually coming in the summer. So that means teasers and trailers and more information, casting stuff is going to be coming out a lot sooner, about a few months sooner. So yeah, we're not going to have to wait as long, which is super awesome. Usually we have like a 6-month wait after these episodes air, but we're probably only gonna have like a 3-month wait. Well, like 3 to 4 months or something like that. So if you are new to the channel and you want more Walking Dead content like that, just make sure to hit subscribe. And so episode 21 coming out in about a week from now. This episode is going to be a pretty mixed bag, I think, for a lot of people, and I'm really interested in everyone's opinion on it. Obviously, we're not going to know until Thursday, and I'll post my non-spoiler review that day, so I'll probably get a lot of your guys' thoughts then. But a lot of people watch it Sunday, and most people watch it Sunday, so that's where I'm like, I really cannot wait to see what people are saying. Like, even for tonight's episode, I still haven't read the comments yet. My review's been posted, but I want to see what everyone's thinking, because I wasn't too big of a fan of the Princess Commonwealth episode. I did like it, but I was definitely disappointed with some of the Commonwealth stuff. I thought there would be way more revelations than there was. There wasn't really anything, and yeah, but episode 21 seems to be focused primarily on, I thought it would be like half Carol, half Daryl, or not half, but like 60-40 or something, more in favor of Carol. But it looks like it's going to be a lot more focused on Carol, I would say, because of all the footage that we have, it is all on Carol. And it's just Carol literally helping out in Alexandria. I thought there would be at least a little bit more to the episode, and who knows, like there might be a little bit more. There's actually a part of it that I do like, though. Like, I know a lot of people are going to be pointing out how just certain negative things about the episode, but I like the fact that we're going to see Jerry. I really do. Like, this episode almost has like a comedic feel to it. Like, it's just a day in Alexandria. Carol's trying to fit in and help out, and she's having a hard time doing things, and it's just kind of one of those episodes where you really don't have to watch it. You can honestly probably skip this one. You're not going to miss out on anything with the story. Honestly, these 6 episodes, I would say, well, besides the Daryl one and maybe episode 17, you can probably skip out on all of that. Even the Princess one, like what happened to Princess wasn't anything too crazy. If you really think about like the events that happened in the episode, basically Princess was interrogated, didn't answer any questions. Okay, that's nothing. And I guess she fought that Commonwealth troop. So they could introduce that little thing in the final season where maybe that guy's there and like he knows that the princess did that and there's some kind of story there. But like Jerry, though, in this episode, I think is going to be probably one of the biggest, well, I guess the more fun aspect to it. Like, I love that character. Sure, I've said they can kill him off a few times, but he's still around, so I'll take it. Now, the big thing here is Jerry is teaching Carol how to do stuff, and Carol just wants to help. That's the whole thing here, is she really wants to help. Like, in this scene here, she goes to Jerry and says she'll do something with the fish or whatever, but it was already done. She was going to do something else, but that was already done as well, or while Carol was out with Daryl. And so she's just like, okay, then I'll go and do this. And that's already done. And she's having a hard time because she wants to do something and she feels very useless. She has there's nothing for her. And I guess I get that. Like, if you think about it, what is Carol going to do now? Like, she had Henry and she had Ezekiel, but that kind of fell apart. But like, what's her motivation? What is she going to do? She doesn't have a family, really. She really has nothing. Like, sadly, I think Carol's whole thing is being a mom, even though she avoids it so much. I think it is like her main thing that she likes to do. I think she's too petrified of the fact that when she has kids, they just die. So she doesn't want to have that love. She doesn't want to live a life with, like, surrounded by that. But it is something that she needs, I think. And yeah, I think that's what she's going through. I think she wants to be needed. I think a lot of stuff that happened ever since what happened to Sophia. I mean, if you think about Carol, ever since the series started, I mean, since Sophia's death, she's just changed. She always has a soft spot for kids, but she doesn't want to get too close. And she almost makes a point of not wanting to get too close to them, because if she gets too emotionally attached to them and something happens to them, then it's just, yeah, it's Sophia all over again. That's why I think with Lizzie and Mika, that was definitely pretty traumatizing for her. And now with Henry, you know, that's why she really wanted, like, she had to kill Alpha. And she did. She got it done. She freed Negan. Negan got the job done and she succeeded in it, right? And so now it's back to square one. Do you just do it all over again? And I think that's basically the point of this episode, is that she doesn't know what to do with herself. She wants to run away. She wants to stay. She's everywhere. And as much as I do criticize that part of the character, because, and the reason why I criticize it so much is because we've gotten it so much. Like, I've seen it so many times. How many times has Carol been like that? But it is understandable, right? Like, it is totally understandable. Like, I think this scene here of Jerry holding Carol, first of all, this is probably happening later in the episode. It's most likely after Carol has tried a bunch of things and she can't do this, or maybe she's doing it, but it's just, well, no, it's not that. I think actually the chores that she's doing, she's having a hard time doing them. It's a lot more difficult than she's thinking. And yeah, I think she's going to break down here with Jerry. And I hope it is what I'm saying. I hope it's more Sophia related. It's more about Henry. If it is more just like, I don't know if I want to stay here, this and that, and there's no mention of her, the children that she's lost in her life, then yeah, I don't really see the point so much in the episode, right? Like, you kind of want that. Like, you want that emotional weight to it, because I think that's why Carol's in this place. And if there's no mention of that, then yeah, it definitely would be a pretty big failure on the writer's part, I think. And in terms of Daryl, I mean, we'll talk about that more in the general trailer, because they do show more stuff with Daryl, but not a lot there. There's really not a lot. And that's why I'm not going to do too many videos on this episode, because there's not really a lot to talk about. Like, besides this, I'm going to do the general trailer tomorrow, and I may do the opening minutes if they're interesting enough. If it's really nothing, then I'm not going to bother. But I mean, hey, it's better than no Walking Dead episode, right? Like, this episode could be a lot better than we're thinking. It really could. It could be much better than all of us are thinking. But, you know, in terms of a standard, or the standard that we have for Walking Dead episodes, this is definitely going to be filler, I think. And I'll watch it. I'm definitely like I'm excited to watch it. So there's that. But I'm mostly excited for the week after, where we get to watch Here's Negan, and oh man, I can't wait. Like, I'm gonna make a big event of that. I'm gonna have to get some snacks and stuff like that, some popcorn or chips or something like that, because I've been waiting for this backstory forever. And I'll have to do a lot of, like, next week I'll do a bunch of videos on Here's Negan, building up to that episode, obviously, because man, it's going to be, I just can't wait to see his relationship with Lucille early on. That's what I'm really interested in. Like, I know how certain things are going to happen. I'm interested, first of all, in how Lucille's going to die. It might not be what we're thinking. Like, she could have been murdered or something like that. And if that's how she goes out, that could definitely contribute to how Negan, or yeah, how he became who he became, right? It's just a lot of the stuff earlier on in that episode, the stuff with Negan and Lucille pre-apocalypse, or like right in the beginning of the apocalypse. It looks so interesting. I actually hope we get some footage, just like a little bit, before Lucille finds out that she is ill. Like, I want to see what their relationship is like before that. If they're very happy, if there's already like some kind of thing there, which I don't think there's going to be. Like, to me, I think they are both just they're really right for each other. I think that's Negan and Lucille. It's like the best apocalyptic love story. That's kind of how I'm thinking of it. It's tragic, it's sad, and I think a lot of people who hate Negan are probably going to love him after this. But I'm going to leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. I know I kind of rambled and went off on a tangent about Here's Negan, but obviously I'm just really excited for that. But yeah, anyways, post all your thoughts down below. Hope you all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.